No, my friend, that is how you would react if you were Martin Luther. If the real Martin Luther were alive today and he were as honest-hearted now as he was back when he actually lived in the 1500s, I think he would go along with what Seventh-day Adventists teach, because he was honestly seeking God to the best of his ability. Now, here's what you need to understand, my friend. The book of Daniel, chapter 8, says that the little horn power, what we commonly call the Antichrist today, would trample down the truth of the sanctuary and all the truths underneath the umbrella of the sanctuary, such as the Sabbath, the state of the dead, righteousness by faith, all of that stuff. And so God, over the period of the Reformation of about 600 years, longer than that technically, God began restoring different aspects of the sanctuary truth. For example, justification by faith with Martin Luther, the word of God with other reformers such as Tyndale. Because the thing that we have to understand is that truth is progressive. If you take somebody and hide them in a dark, dark basement for months, and you take them out and put them out in broad noon sunlight, it's going to be horrible for them. But if you take them and put them in the darkness of morning, the sun's going to gradually rise and they're going to become accustomed way more easily. See, if God took all of his truths that the little horn Antichrist papacy had cast down for so many centuries, if he took all those truths and threw them at Christianity all at once, they would have been overwhelmed. They wouldn't have been able to handle it. And so over the period of the Reformation, God has been restoring bit by bit by bit. And when we get to the mid-1800s with William Miller and the Millerite movement and eventually the Seventh-day Adventist Church, God now has restored the complete system of truth to Christianity. The problem is most of Christianity is so accustomed to heresy and deception that when they hear this message of truth, they term it as heresy and deception instead. You see, just as the book of Acts chapter 17 says, there was a time God winked at the ignorance of humanity, but now with such easy access to information, my friends, you will have no excuse in the judgment. It's so easy to learn the truth. It's so easy to learn that what we teach is the truth. The popular gospels that pervade evangelical and Catholic Christianity, they're not the truth. As usual, my friends, let me know in the comments. Do you agree? Do you believe that modern Christianity, for the most part, believes false gospels? Let me know.